Hey Leo, I am back with your February 21st reading. If you'd like to be notified of your future dailies, weeklies, and monthlies that come out, please like and subscribe to the channel. I try to post the dailies at 8 p.m. the night before the day they're scheduled for, if that makes sense. So like today is the 20th, so I will have this scheduled to come out at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time tonight for the 21st. All right, Leos, February 21st. Please and thank you. What is happening for Leo? What is their focus, obstacle, advice, and outcome? I was drawn to the Crystal Visions Tarot for you, so this may be a love reading. These tend to speak the love language a whole lot more than any deck I have. So, all right, you had two kind of come out. So we'll look at those in a minute. What message or guidance to you? No, what is Leo's focus, obstacle, advice, and outcome? I'm having a hard time thinking. What's going on with you, Leo? Are you kind of scatterbrained right now? You having a hard time focusing on something? So let's see. Ten of Swords. You got a lot. Dang, Leo. What is going on? Look at all of these swords and a death card on top of it. 5 of Pentacles. Damn, Leo. All right, so let's start with these that came out. So you had the 4 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. 4 of Swords. Really, there was a battle, argument, something just really took the energy out of you. So you're resting. You're down, but you're not out, if that makes sense. You may be down for the count, but you're not out. And then you have the 6 of Swords. So this didn't end you. You're going to get up and you're going to move on. You're going to, you're going to move forward. You're going to leave this behind you. So whatever this is about, this has been kind of going on for a while. I feel like that's why it fell out before your cards came out, because this is kind of like what's been happening, what has been happening. I'm just checking to see that everything is showing up. But you got a lot of doom and gloom here. I'm not, but actually the colors are just doom and gloom. I'm not really saying that this is horrible. You actually do have some positive cards, but this is what has been going on. And since, like I said, since it fell out while I'm shuffling, anything that falls out like that, I kind of put to the side and be like, this is kind of what's been happening. This is kind of what you've been dealing with. It's almost like a recent past type of thing that you're dealing with. So your focus for the February 21st is getting up and moving on. Like I said, so many swords. So many swords here, and not the good ones. I'm not even sure if there are good sword cards, but this one is good, and that you got it reversed. This one is actually way better reversed, because you're getting up. You're going to move on from this. You've hit rock bottom, so to speak, in the situation. You know there's really nowhere to go from here besides getting up and moving on, which you've already decided to do anyways. So you're in that process. That's your focus. I'm not sure that you're quite healing from this yet. I feel like this is actually going on now, or will be going on soon, because you have the death card as your obstacle. So you haven't quite been able to get up yet, but you're like, you're kind of opening your eyes, you're kind of like just preparing yourself to get up, okay, to get out of this. It's not easy, and this takes time. This isn't something that happens overnight. You didn't get here overnight, so you're not going to get out of it overnight. But the death card is that it should be actually, this should be great news for you, actually. It's just saying that it is ending. You have it in your obstacle position, so that's what is kind of hindering you right now, getting in your way, is that maybe that it hasn't completely ended yet. It hasn't completely died, whatever you're leaving behind. Like, you might be I just got moving, so you might be in the process of moving your stuff if this is a relationship. I'm not really getting that this is a relationship. I'm just getting that this is in general. So this could very well be a relationship. So maybe, you're in the process of moving all of your stuff out, or they're in the process of moving their stuff out, or you just really haven't got the closure yet. You're still in the final stages of the ending it. And so you can't really heal while you're in the process of that. The good news is your advice is the Knight of Swords. So, and just with how this reading is going, that your advice is that embrace this lifestyle change. Yes, your life is going to be completely different. This could be a loss of a job. You got Pentacles here, but I don't get that that's what that's for. But something major in your life is changing, is ending. Like with all of these cards, this isn't just like a spat of the day thing. This has kind of been going on. So, kind of go with it. Kind of just flow with this change, this lifestyle change, and like kind of let it guide you. Like, glide with it. Glide. I keep saying flowing, but I feel like that goes more with the cup energy. And then the swords is air energy. So I'm getting, how the birds, when they're flying, like, they get on a wind current and they just like let it take it for a while. I'm getting that's what you need to do, is just like find a current that's taking you far, far away from this crap that you're dealing with, and let it just like kind of like guide you away from there. And then you can guide you out of the storm, guide you out of all this dark cloudiness to where you can get some perspective. The outcome is the Five of Pentacles. So even the Five of Pentacles doesn't seem like that great of card. But when I look at it with your other cards, because the Five of Pentacles, in the Rider Waite, it's the guy sitting outside in the cold, poverty. And yes, that's what it means. But with this reading, if you look at the colors of these cards, like these are all kind of gloomy, gloomy cards. But look at this card. It's like, it could be saying that the sun is rising or the sun is setting. I kind of see it in this instance that the sun is kind of rising. You have felt like you were kind of left out in the cold. If you were in a relationship and you were like living with them, things are going to be tight financially for a little bit. I think you were kind of used to two incomes. That's kind of just what I'm getting with the money side of this. This isn't for all Leos. And it's not even for all Leos going through this situation. Things are just going to be tighter than normal, tighter than what you're used to. You're not out in the cold. You're not starving. You're just not as comfortable as you were. But if you look at this card, they don't look sad. They don't look worried. Like, I almost see like they still have happiness in this. And then like I see the sun rising. I actually see color in this card. I see a promise of a new beginning, a new start in this card. Just the colors from all of this. So while that's not the best card on its own, just with your reading, I'm getting that it's like kind kind of like a new start for you. It's just that things are going to be a little bit tighter than you're used to. Things are going to be different. This definitely indicates complete, life change, the death, life change, So you have a lot of changes going on, and you're not really sure where that puts you right now. But it's fine, because you're going to let it guide you, and the dawn of another day is coming, and I feel like you know that, so you're not scared, you're not feeling left out in the cold, even though you might be, I feel like your hope is what keeps coming out. You have hope now, because you will have finally been freed of the situation. So I'm going with heal yourself. I feel like this is what I'm being drawn to. I don't really feel like this is a solid enough for the romance angels. So we're just going to go with the heal yourself, because there's definitely a lot of healing that's going to need to happen for my Leo friends. And if this does not resonate with you, Leo, that is fantastic. You might want to go check your birth chart and check, your sun, moon, and rising, and maybe even Venus, if this is not resonating with you. But there are some Leos that I think this is going to resonate with, and they needed to hear this message. So, Leo, what message or guidance do you have for Leo to help them through this for February 21st? What message or guidance of healing do you have for my Leo friends to help them through this? Please and thank you. Come on. My cards have been stingy with their answers today. They have not wanted to give them to me easily. All right. Self-love. That's exactly what you need right now, Leo. That's exactly what you need to work on. You need to focus on is loving yourself, because this has taken its toll on you. Be gentle with yourself. Biggest thing in self-love, I feel like, is just being gentle with yourself and forgiving yourself for being in these situations, because I don't feel like the situation is something you really brought on yourself. Yeah, there could have been signs, but I don't really get that this could have been avoided, really. So just forgive yourself, set yourself free, and just take care of yourself right now, Leo. All right, Leo, that's your February 21st. Please like and subscribe to the channel if this resonated with you, and I will see you next time.